Hi, I'm Karl Hofmeyer, and we're talking about company-specific programs at Gibbs. For 12 years now, Gibbs has been offering customized programs for more than 80 companies, and it has a track record of good work in this area. I'm chatting to the new head of company-specific programs, Dr. Lucy Voss-Price.
Thank you, Karl.
Let's start, Lucy, by asking you, what is your vision for company-specific programs?
Karl, my vision really is to create the magic we've been creating for the last 12 years and just keep upping the game. One of the things that I think we're particularly good at is creating very, very strong partnerships. In a number of our cases, our partners have been working with us for most of those 12 years you speak of. And I suppose that's because each year, each new program, each new need, each new strategic direction, we're there with the clients every step of the way. And I think that's one of the things is key part of my vision for the next few years, is to keep staying close to the needs of those clients and creating that partnership. The other thing I think is to elevate the level of active learning. We've seen recently the need for organizations, for government and business, just to start seeing more and more active learning. And at Gibbs, when we say active learning, we're really talking about engaging the whole human being in the learning. So it's physical, it's emotional, it's psychological, it's intellectual, and of course very, very applied, either in the leadership space or in the work and management and technical delivery space. So those are two key areas we want to keep driving in the next few years.
Good. And could you talk a little bit about what we would like to see companies doing in terms of their role in making these programs successful? We can do a whole lot, obviously, and we do, but what do we expect from the companies, do you think?
That's a great question, Karl. I think one of the things that we really need more and more from companies is deep, deep information about what's going on in their people and in their future intentions. What starts to happen in a partnership of the kind that we design is that we start crafting a solution for an organization. And many times an organization trusts us to do that, which is a healthy thing. However, we do need their input and their contribution to that design process. So if I could start with the design segment of what we do and say participation in that design stage is very, very important. The kinds of learning experiences that might work for their people, the kinds of objectives that they intend to achieve. We need to have those conversations across the organization, not necessarily only with the executives. And then we also expect presence on that program of leadership. It's something that's been going for a number of years. We've managed to encourage most of our organizations that we work with to do that, and they do it wonderfully. But there's a deeper level of engagement that we require each year. We find that because learning and development is such a key part of an organization's success, we really do need executives to get involved in projects, in relationships with the people who are on the program, in relationships with the line managers of the people who are on the program. So those are some things that we really expect from our clients at the moment.
The area of company-specific programs is a real growth area for business schools over the last decade or so. So most business schools will offer programs like these. What do you think is different and unique about Gibbs and its delivery of customized programs?
It's my sense that there are a few very interesting phenomena developing in the learning and development, specifically in management and leadership space at the moment. One of them is the need for leaders who can cross boundaries. This incredible expansion of businesses across the world and across the globe who need leaders who can move across those boundaries to be deployed globally. Now, I'd like to say that I'm proud that Gibbs really is able to provide that sort of support in that kind of journey. So when multinationals are sending young or fairly experienced and mature leaders to new locations, especially in what we call dynamic markets, Gibbs has a lot of experience in that area. We work extensively in dynamic markets, historically called emerging or developing economies, and those are markets that we know a lot about. This year we're working with 24 different countries, and I'd say 15% of those programs are for organizations moving from mostly developed economies into those dynamic markets and requiring leaders to cross those boundaries into those new environments. The other thing that Gibbs is particularly good at is harnessing talent. Talent is something that has become a fairly important agenda item in many organizations, both recruiting and retaining talent, especially in markets like Africa, where people are wanting to build African leadership, to build African management, and to find leaders who can take business units either to new regions or to a new strategic level. And I think elevating talent and finding very creative and innovative ways to do that is one of the things that company-specific programs at GIBS does very well.
Thank you very much indeed. I've been talking to Dr. Lucy Voss-Price, the head of company-specific programs at GIBS. Thank you very much indeed, Lucy.
Thank you, Karl.